I think the funniest shit right now is I haven't even finished editing or ending the first video for stripping the crewman. And what am I doing today instead? We're gonna start tearing this motherfucker apart. And I swear, getting under this motherfucker, this is actually going to be a dick of a job. Good thing I'm deciding to drop it out from the bottom. This motherfucker is so much more over-engineered than I ever expected it to be. I'm probably going to go a little bit more heavy on everything for disassembly on this one, because obviously when it comes to pulling apart the crewman, I've pulled that eco in and out of that car like 6 to 8 times already, and I went through and through, inside and out. This, on the other hand, whole different ball game. So it's like I need to know where everything is. So like, that's off the map. All the airbox gear's already out, and going under here, the 4 bolts for the exhaust. The rest of it's pretty self-explanatory. To pull the exhaust off, just take off all of the exhaust hangers and the little bolts and whatnot. That'll pop straight off. This won't be used on the crewman. It's not going to fit because it's a fucking wagon. So it's a good thing that the aftermarket exhaust I have for the crewman that I put on there at least 12 months ago is suitable for both 6 and 8. Come inside to disconnect the wiring. So it was as simple as this plug up here, that plug on the side there, the horn's plugged in on the other side of the firewall, so that you can pop the whole lot out of the hole up wherever it is, up in here somewhere. There it is, that hole. Just a bunch of clips around the corner, around the edge of it to disconnect it. Coming back to the engine bay, as far as disconnecting things, it's this earth up in here. This plug needs to be disconnected. What was the other one that we said that we found?
That one on the top.
Oh
there.
yeah, the main power here, because that one stays connected to the body. The rest of this all goes with the motor.
And the dodgy shit up there.
Oh yeah, we got rid of all the amp shit from the previous owner. So we've gone ahead and chucked some jack stands down underneath, undone all the K-frame bolts down the front, taken the tail shaft off. The bolts all go in towards the front, except the ones that are from the front side. They are actually a stud on the back of the gearbox there, like they do on Get Rag gearboxes, rather than like on 4L60Es, due to the transfer case. They've got to go back in this arrangement as well. Don't forget to pull this bolt from your steering rack as well, the one that holds it to the body. 13mm, easy as. Just a quick pause here, as I completely forgot to film a chunk of footage mentioning that you will also have to disconnect the top bolts for the shock absorbers, as seen here. And as they're also connected to the shock absorbers, you're going to want to disconnect the main brake lines using a 10mm flared spanner so that you don't break your brake lines, and the 10mm bolt that'll hold the bracket to the body. I nearly broke mine off doing this, so yeah, do yours. There we go. That's all removed now. And fucking finally get to have a good geese. Transfer case breathers over here. Gearbox breathers here. I remember seeing the front diff breather. I found it with Brenton the other fucking day. It's there. Fucking, I don't remember what other. Oh, the rear diff breather, but that's gonna be different. That's gonna be in that motherfucker over there. So that's everything for pulling the drivetrain out of the Addy. We have it now. And I jumped ahead and started fucking around with it already. I've got my fancy AN lines already on the side of the gearbox. You will find that these ones here are going to be Aeroflow 1/4 inch -18 and a MPSM short to a -6 AN. They say they're for 4L80E, 4L60E and 4L65E all use the same fittings as the 4L80E. So these fittings here go from there to the -6 45s that I've got here. Hoping to run just both those lines across the body up to a transcooler that I've got, which I've actually already got. I've got to send it back though because it's damaged. Sitting here. See, I reckon it'll work nicely. It's just this line up here. It's broken in the shipping, so I need to send it back, get a new one of these, and then the trans are all set up, ready to go. it's like one of the main things I'm doing as part of all of this while putting it together. Is changing everything I need to across to AN lines because I don't want it to leak anywhere near as much as what the Cross 8s are known for leaking. So full Astra powered steering pump conversion with -6 lines. Full transmission will be -6 lines. All of the fuel rails and everything will also all be -6 lines with aftermarket rails, so that I can continue to use the return system on the fuel pumps out of the V6 V6 Crewman pumps. I don't want to fuck around with finding a V8 pump. I might as well just run the return lines. But that's well and truly it for the driveline out of this thing. Next step, as far as putting this thing, is I'm going to rip the K-frame from the tonner. It's out on the side of the shed there. It's going to go in here, so it can roll in the meanwhile. So I'm going to store the Addy out in the back, again, over the far side, behind the Crewman, so I can get to ripping the interior and the dash loom out of everything. Which is going to be fun. I'm going to deep in all of this fuse box as well, same as the other one. That's why the Crewman was the practice run, so I don't fuck up this one. All in all, not bad. Oh, actually, got this too. This is the cooler I'm going to be using for the steering. It's not that big, but it's chunky enough. It does the job. That's all I need it to. Just cool it a little bit. The other ones that I had on it previously were much larger and much too big. Definitely overshot the size I needed for those ones. That's about it for all of this one. So, as far as this goes, I'm going to cut this one short off here.